Yo, honestly, I can keep fucking up the podcast no matter how long we do it.
We got a Christmas special to do.
We got a Christmas special at the end of the day.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. There's gonna be a live performance today.
Have you guys been listening to any Christmas music?
Yeah, I listen to smooth Christmas
Damn,
jazz.
maybe we should have replaced the EOD song with a Christmas jingle.
I literally was thinking that, but it's too late now.
Too late now. Drop that heat. Hey, welcome, motherfuckers, to a brand new episode of the EOD podcast. It's your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
Let's go, it's your boy T.
T will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is the Christmas special episode.
This is the
it's
Kristen
also-
special.
Ooh,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm with that.
and it's also the last episode of the year.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What?
Might I add.
That's true. It is the last episode of the year.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit. What are we going to do about that?
Fucking party. Like it's 1989.
Because what's next year? 2023?
I feel good. It's Jordan year, baby.
It is 2023.
Jordan year.
End of the day podcast. Kristen's like,
Damn.
She's like, damn, I gotta dunk on niggas next year.
Well, all the psychic people that I've seen on the internet are saying that fixed signs are gonna have their year.
hold on. What do you
Fixed signs?
Fixed signs?
Am I a fixed sign?
Yeah, you're Scorpio.
Hey.
What's a fixed sign? Explain.
It's
you
me,
gotta.
nigga.
You can't just say some weird ass shit and not go deeper in. What are you talking about? A fixed sign? What is a sign?
I was once broken and now I'm fixed.
What is a sign? Are you talking like a
Like your
stop
astrology
sign?
sign.
Oh, okay.
So it's
An astrology
Taurus.
sign.
Tauruses, Leos.
Well, what is a
Scorpios
fixed
and
sign?
Aquarius.
What is a fixed sign?
Do you have a lighter, sir?
I think it just means basically like you like when you decide something, like that's it. Like we tend to be like the most stubborn people.
Oh,
And like mutable.
Fixed
there's,
sign.
like, it's
when
like
you say fixed sign, you're talking about
A stubborn ass person.
But just like a fixed sign is like also like a personality,
It's
like a trait.
so it's of all of them. It's like there's either fixed, mutable. What are the other ones? Hold on.
So there's a sign where you can just tell them to shut the fuck up anytime. Is that a mutable sign?
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought that was
What does mutable mean?
that's what that means. I thought you could just be like, "Yo, shut the fuck up," and they'll just shut up.
Oh, mutable, like I'm muting you.
Oh my god.
I'm dead. No, I'm pretty sure that's not what that means, my boy.
That's definitely what the mutable sign means.
Hold on. Modality.
I like that word though. Let me Google that. Let's learn something today.
Bro, where's your lighter at?
It means liable to change. Bro, I don't know where the lighter went because I literally had it moments ago.
They represent the sign's ability to move and evolve with time.
That's mutable.
That's modality. So there's fixed, mutable, cardinal.
Like a bird, like when they fly.
Yeah, exactly. You know so much about it. You're really good at it. You're good. Thank you.
She's like, fuck both of you. Oh my god.
So if you're listening and you care about that shit, if you are.
Hold on. So what's this year? What's this year?
Swear to God, I checked my pocket a million times, but
What was this year?
What do you mean this year?
Because last year,
Well, no, I mean all that I've really.
next year is a sign is a year
No,
for
so
them.
we are our signs.
Yeah.
So Leo, Scorpio,
Yeah,
Taurus,
Yeah.
Aquarius.
yeah.
We are fixed signs.
No. I understand all that, but like, so you're saying that next year is
It's
like
supposed to be our year.
So what's this year? Like,
We've been suffering for the last 4 years.
what do you mean?
Astrologically, like that's
Hasn't been like
a lot of us. I mean, I think everyone basically is suffering, but they're saying this is. for
I
everyone
mean,
who's interested.
Scorpios bring that shit, so if we're having a good year, everyone's
When you mean by suffering, you mean like it hasn't been
God.
anyone's year, technically.
For our signs.
Wait, really quick. I know you probably explained it and I was fucking scrambling for the lighter, but can you explain to me one more time what a fixed sign is?
They're decisive.
No, like what makes a sign fixed? What is that?
It's just like
It's a trait within within those specific
That's
signs.
another way to break down like astrological signs. Like it's like we are. So there's like earth, water, fire, whatever. So this is like another version of that sort of.
Those signs aren't all fire signs, though,
No,
right?
we're like one of each.
One of each type of sign.
Yeah.
But those signs tend to be very. It seems like it goes along with the signs that also traits of those signs are like people who.
So like we're all similar. Like Taurus and Scorpio are opposites. So, but we're also both very fucking stubborn. So like, that's why when me and Terrence get to like butting heads, it's like we're both right.
And so when it is your year, a sign's year, what does that mean? What does that even mean for you?
It just means that shit's gonna be aligned for you, I guess, and like everything's gonna come a little easier. Where like basically the way that I understand it is that just like the trees die in the winter. So like people have been suffering, like especially these people specifically, I guess.
So my dad died in the winter.
You've been suffering for the last 4 years.
So maybe
so
in the summer.
So this year wasn't no sign got this year. No sign.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know.
I just know this information because it's like for next year. Coming into this next year.
Okay.
But I would have to.
Because I do wonder who had this year. Oh, and who had 2020? Whatever sign had 2020 was probably like, yo, what the fuck, dog? You dropped COVID on me all my year, nigga? Like, dude, remember how everybody went into 2020 though? Because
people were gassed. They're like, yo, 2020, this is that shit. You know, like it was like the. Man, talk about a reset, bro.
Well, no, that's the thing though. A lot of people were talking about the big 2020 reset.
That shit for sure reset us.
Yeah, it definitely did.
And we fucking respawned in a depression.
I've also heard a lot of people talk about their best years being 2019. So
I don't want to talk about best years.
As far as like hindsight being 2020, as far as like always big, I think big picture always needs to be a part of your perspective. Like things can happen in the now, but taking a step back, looking at everything, because people were amped for 2020, not realizing, 2019, what was going on for you in 2019?
I think 2016 was actually lit.
2019 was lit for me.
I've heard a lot of people talk about specifically 2019 saying like, this was happening. That's why I think a lot of people were going into 2020 being like, shit's about to go for me. Like shit's about to pop. My roommate's fucking rap career was about to fucking take off.
I remember that.
Where's he moved to Atlanta. Shout out Reese.
Is he still doing music?
Still doing music and shit like that. Still hustling, but just had a song pop with like one of the super popular art. Yeah, no, 100%. Like it was a big deal. Like people going into 2020. So like yeah, COVID. It was just like a crazy.
It hit hard.
Hit crazy hard.
Yeah. 2020 was nasty year.
Yeah, but we're about to go into our Jordan year.
Yes,
the Jordan year. It's weird that I haven't heard that just in general, that maybe because Christmas is just such a big deal, I haven't heard that even really being said much. That we're going. Is
Christmas a big deal?
Oh God, fucking hey, my dude, I can't wait for this shit to be over.
No, facts. Honestly, bro, the way I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, as much as like, and I definitely want to get into good and bad traditions of Christmas, but even though there's certain traditions of Christmas, I think at the end of the day, what I like about it most is it's kind of like that's one. And two, just the fact that like it's kind of a time where you can like show thanks to the people in your life that you care about. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whether it's fucking making food or
I hear that 100%. But most people who have someone like that in their life do that for that person all the time. Y'all do that for each other literally all the fucking time.
Maybe for me and Kristen.
Me and my family.
But I'm saying for like other people in your life. You know what I'm
saying? That's the thing. Like at Christmas time, the people that I would see would be really those people. It would really mostly be my immediate family. I wasn't really like a Christmas person with my family where we see like our great uncle. You know, we don't.
Yeah.
It's really mostly just our immediate family. I think that's why I'm so like maybe like it's whatever with Christmas now because there's no kids.
Yeah.
Gift wise, it is what it is, and like those people that like. I just appreciate fucking time. So like I'm always trying to show love to those people.
I also like the lights.
The I'm not gonna lie though. I think that's the only reason why it sucks that I don't fuck with Christmas so much because I do like that aspect. I would like to decorate, get into some level of decorating, but you know what? I'm gonna try to figure out my own Christmas decorations that aren't Christmassy. Honestly, just put decorations up in my crib. Maybe I might do like Kwanzaa type shit.
Hey man, fuck with it.
But I think Kwanzaa's like after Christmas.
It's 26, I
I
believe.
think it is. Yeah, put some Kwanzaa shit up. I might do that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
But I definitely, so that's kind of like one tradition that I always did as a kid was like we go get a tree, you know, string the lights up.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the years through my youth, like we would string the lights up, but there were a couple years where we didn't. Like this year,
Like around the crib?
yeah, like outside in the yard.
Outside. That's a commitment.
I pulled them out, and me and Kristen just gotta go set them up. But we got reindeers. I think we're gonna set them up tomorrow.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
You're still gonna do it? All right, I fuck with that energy.
Yeah.
Why not? It's never
I fuck with that energy. Well, I mean, technically, you got it till the 1st. Like you would look weird. Or you don't look weird putting them up past the 1st.
It's nothing really to put up either. It's like it's a sleigh, and then it's like got some presents in it. It lights up, and then there's like reindeers that light up, and really you just plug them shits in. So we just gotta take them out the box.
I mean, they made it mad easy nowadays. You can get the joints that just fucking plug in and they just blow up.
That shit's hard.
That shit's hard. Like I fuck with that energy.
I would get one of those.
No, hell no.
I would get one.
That
of
shit
those.
would be hard.
The
What?
neighbor kids were when I was younger. My first boyfriend I ever had, him and his friends would ride around and
steal 'em?
stab them.
Oh, stab them.
And
I wish a nigga would come in my yard and stab my shit.
I feel
I've seen it
like
on the
that's
ring
definitely asking. I feel like it's not those things are asking to be fucked with. Yeah, because they're getting blown up, and yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Even
there's some neighbor kids that did it. I seen it on the ring camera. They were like hooligans.
even with fucking this
Ring camera.
That's why I even thought about the Supreme one that they came out with. They came out with the one that where it's like a snowman chilling on a box logo.
You could put it on your roof. That would be.
That's what I was thinking about getting it for, because I have it, like I can go out onto my roof on my thing. I was gonna put it there.
No, that's cool.
That's cool, and no one could really fuck with it. But there's no way I'm putting that shit in my front yard for some nigga to fucking steal. They're not gonna
like
stab it. They're gonna yeah, exactly. They're not gonna stab it. They're gonna steal that shit and resell it on fucking StockX.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kristen's
you put
looking
it on
at it
your
right
roof.
now.
That's
Bro,
cute.
that shit is hard.
And now it's pretty hard.
How much is it?
The retail was like $80. It wasn't that expensive.
125, 137.
That's dirt, bro.
Yeah,
69.
yeah, that's because but I'm sure by the time you buy it off one of those resale websites, by the time you get that shit,
But does it even light up?
it lights up. It has a light in it. You could YouTube a video of it in action.
Does it look cool?
It looks pretty cool. The only thing I think that most people might be a little like bummed about is not as big as you.
Yeah, I bet it's like 4 feet or something.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
I would low key buy that.
Because remember, again, retail for it is only like $80. It's not that expensive.
I
Retail.
low key, bro. It's only 125 resale. That's not bad.
Yeah. So it actually might be cheaper, honestly, the retail. Low key.
For like a decoration like that, that's pretty.
No, it's pretty cool. Once again, I fuck with Preem. I never stopped hating Preem. I don't buy it as much, guaranteed now. But that shit is fun to have around the crib.
What's your favorite brand right now?
My favorite brand right now is Balenciaga. No, I'm joking. Hey, I'll say now. I don't think they're going anywhere. But
No, you're probably right.
you think they're going in somewhere?
I don't think it's as relevant as it was.
Yeah, I think people will. They'll catch.
I think there's a
little
high interest into like care more right now, especially. I mean, maybe if not for a lot of people don't give a shit about a lot of stuff, but I think people do care about children.
100%. I think that's what happened is proof that people care about kids. Yeah. But I don't think people look to not just Balenciaga, any of these high end fashion brands for morality. Like we don't look at Gucci for political views or These are European people who are out of touch and not tapped in with the culture. So they're gonna do whatever they think. Because I don't know how Europe is responding to that.
Well, if Balenciaga is not out, then at least is.
You think he's gone?
Yeah.
You think he's like?
I think it's over for him. I don't think there's coming back.
Because that's one thing I have not seen is how Europe is responding to those ads. Like how
I saw
are they?
A video and someone was in the store and it was like pretty packed out.
In America?
No, in Europe.
But just in general, as far as like even like, do they care? Is there people on it? You see how it's covered hair on the news? You seen that shit on the news type shit.
We saw it, but like, did anything come from it? Like people were upset, and then
I don't think what they did was technically illegal. They didn't do anything illegal. It was just
they're still selling though. That's the thing.
Of course.
I'm sure it's definitely hurting their pockets though, because I don't think people are still rocking their shit because they paid thousands of dollars for it. But I think at the end of the day, there will be a decrease in sales, like 100%. Not like by 100%, but absolutely.
Yeah, because a lot of their stuff did have logo on it, like their flagship.
I mean, I'm glad that the stuff that I have from them is like their logo. I got
low key.
Is low key. Everything I got from them is low key, so I don't have to. Because they are very branding heavy.
Right.
Super branding heavy. But like, as far as honestly, to answer your earlier question, one of my favorite brands right now. That'd be a hard one because I haven't really bought too many clothes lately. I haven't really been shopping. But it'd be this probably...
Don't force it. You don't gotta force it.
I'd say the most I've purchased lately is from this internet brand. Because all the brands now that I fuck with and I find interesting are all like Instagram brands.
All right. What is it?
It's called Mega Yacht.
Mega Yacht?
Mega Yacht. Let me take a look.
He actually, I think he did this hoodie. I believe he did this hoodie. He might have did this hoodie.
Bro, how do you not know? You can't say you fuck with a brand and not know if you...
Well, because like I said, I fuck with a lot of different Instagram brands. I believe he did this hoodie.
You buy a lot of stuff off IG?
Yeah, because it'd be affordable. And it still be cool. Like, it still had, like, good quality. Like, this hoodie is, like, it's, like a nice quality. You go into some of these other brands, and I don't want to hate on them or whatever, but, like... And you feel the quality of the hoodies that they're charging like $400 for, and you'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck? This is horrible."
You're going crazy for like this price point that these people have for shit is really sad.
I will say though, one brand that I do fuck with heavy, and their quality's always been top tier, is Honor the Gift.
Hell yeah,
Honor the Gift, but their price point's not crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, their price point's not crazy.
Because you're talking price point, and that's probably like one of the coolest things about the brand is that like. They have an affordable price point, but the materials and like the designs that they have
nowadays,
solid.
Nowadays, I feel like if I come across a brand that's fighting the relevancy battle and trying to be popping amongst all these brands that already have clout like Balenciaga and stuff like that, they tend to go hard with the quality and still try to be an affordable price point. Right. That's why I like these Instagram brands, because 9 times out of 10, it's a dude at the crib wanting his clothing to be the best quality, and the only issue is their shipping be trash. Them niggas, you buy their shit and you don't see it till 2-3 months later. That's literally the most annoying thing. And I know I understand. I always like support.
Wait. You know what's funny though is that like, let me talk this shit real quick, because prior to COVID, bro, there was never like a shipping delay like thing, bro. I feel like that stemmed from COVID, like a reason to ship shit late. Because prior to that, people were shipping shit pretty within a week.
And to even piggyback off that, I feel like that was a thing and has now gotten better. There is no more shipping delay. Like like
I would say that there is though. You're saying like
delays.
No, I'm saying for them to be using it, because
it was the port thing.
Well, because the original
port thing.
It was the port thing.
Yeah.
That's no longer an issue.
And then COVID, because people couldn't work because number one, you couldn't.
All that shit is no longer an issue. So for these brands,
are like, God, COVID restrictions.
Well, no, because is it in China where?
Well, I think
like shut back down.
Well, I think honestly,
they quarantine you if
honestly, a lot of the brands that I do fuck with, they also I think use made to order style for their stuff because it helps save cost and production costs if I know how many I have to make before. So that's another thing. And they always tell me, and I know it going into most brands when I buy it, and they give me that 7 to 8 or 6 to 7 week time window. I already know going in. Which is why I'm finding that balance now of, because like I said, my Instagram knows what I like as far as just like what I like to look at, and so it does put a lot of new Instagram brands in front of me.
So you like the algorithm?
Right now the algorithm has been good to me. Definitely got all that thoughty shit out of my fucking, like I don't see any of that anymore. Thank God.
It's like a lot of clothing and
it's. My feed right now would be mostly like animal funny shit.
Kristen be sending me animal stuff.
Animal funny shit. Food shit, specifically LA
I love
food
the
shit.
food stuff.
Clothing, like an Instagram brand. Like I said, like someone like pushing their brand on Instagram. So it'd be like some cool like styled photo or whatever. That's why I like with your shit, Kristen. I'm definitely like, we definitely need to get that shit out there ASAP. And then what else is there? I can't even think of the other one. But yeah, I don't see any women. No women. It's fucking like. Because all this shit on Instagram you see with female shit it's all like the same shit, and it was just like why are you showing me this? Like I'm liking none of these photos. Like what the fuck? And it kept just showing me that shit. So and I didn't realize you gotta like hit the little 3 dots and say I don't want to see this content.
Oh really?
Yeah, you gotta say I don't want to see this content because I think it's just like I'm a dude. Oh, sneaker shit.
Yeah,
sneaker shit. That's what was the other one.
What is mine?
Man, yeah.
But the animal shit right now, it's funny because it'll go through like first for a while it was showing me cat shit, then it was showing me dog stuff,
shoes, dog stuff, really crazy ass hair.
That's crazy how you just search stuff for a while and the algorithm just
not even that, dude. What I say around my fucking phone.
Hell yeah.
I'll say it and it
what
fucking
if they start giving us conspiracy stuff?
Well, I agreed to it. I agreed to it when you guys agreed to it when you agreed to the terms and shit. The thing on your phone.
Whoa, wait. Speaking of agreeing to terms, that's a very cute dog.
That is an insane dog.
Can we talk about the AI thing? Because so many people fucking sold away.
So what was the AI brand? Like what was that specific?
I'll confess, and people can judge me.
You did it?
People can judge me for whatever they want. Y'all did the AI art thing?
So I did one of them. I did My Heritage.
How many photos did you have to give them?
10.
10 photos.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
I mean,
you don't really care?
I just personally don't believe that we really have any privacy at all. And who am I to say, like, I don't know. Like, granted, this is like the rights to a photo that someone could profit off of.
Wait, Sin, did you see that thing I sent you about the people that were making the mask that it's like a 3D print molding of like someone else's face?
And they could wear it and like open up their phone?
You can put like another face on.
Can I open up your phone?
Probably.
If I can open up your phone, then I say it's dangerous.
Oh, the rubber one.
The rubber one?
Look in the chat right now.
Yeah, I seen that.
I sent it to you, bro. It's honestly pretty crazy. And I'm just thinking like, it's one thing, you're like, oh, it's whatever, but like, what if it's not? Like, what if you're just putting yourself in the pool of like, but at this point, like.
Hold on, did you send it a while ago?
It's just crazy because they could technically sell that shit, and then you could be like, oh well, that's my face, and well you agreed to it. So
Yeah.
I 100%. I agree with you. I didn't use the art one.
imagine getting framed for a crime you didn't commit because someone was wearing your face,
That shit looks super legit. That shit looks super fucking legit.
bro.
What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, this shit looks scary. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would be able to use your phone, open up your phone with that shit.
This was one of the things that I made. Wait till you see this.
Yo.
Doesn't that look
Let me
like
see.
I smoke cigarettes?
Hold on, but all right. So there was that. All right, so there's that aspect of it, which is there's layers to this onion right here, because there's that aspect 100%. What you're talking about, you just gave rights to your face in ways that you might not know
Yeah.
currently, right? You might not be able to see the future implications 100%. There also, all the artists were fucking pissed because essentially the AI technically is just compiling all that style of art that is available on the internet and creating your image to the degree that if you look maybe in some of your photos, Kristen, you might see the watermark from the images that were used to make yours. Like, so essentially there's a bunch of artists who aren't getting paid who had a hand in making that style of art that created those photos as well. That's what I had first seen. I didn't even think about what you were talking about, T. I didn't even see that, the face shit, till just now.
Like all the art that's created?
All the art's like, the AI, the way it works is essentially it takes, so if you look at each photo, you see how it's like a different style of art?
Right.
So essentially, that style of art that each photo is used, they take all the people who have created art in that style, compile those together to create that photo of Kristen's face.
It's a new artist.
It's a new artist.
AI is an artist.
But essentially,
That's crazy.
but the only way it works is by using all the art on the internet that's been created. That's what its a starting point is. But none of these people whose art it's using gave their consent.
But like,
It's just scrubbing the internet essentially.
but like humans do that.
That's what the argument is, basically. Is this anything original in the end of the day?
Man, crazy.
And once again, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. So the Christmas card I wrote to my parents and they don't listen to podcasts, so I don't feel comfortable saying this. But the Christmas card I wrote to my parents, I used a chat AI that you can ask it questions, you can talk to it, and I just asked it, hey, can you write a Christmas card to my parents? And it was like, oh yeah, no problem. And it just wrote.
Wait, for
like,
real?
Yeah, it's called. Hold on, I won't.
That is the most insincere shit I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not good at writing words. I edited a little bit, but in the end of the day, like, I'm not good at like writing like that, and it totally held me down. Hold on, where is it at?
Well, I guess as long as you agree to the kind words, it's basically like buying a card.
Hell, essentially, it was like buying a card, but I wasn't gonna buy a card, like buy a card, because I wanted to write it on the back of the postcard that I bought when I was in Guatemala for them. But yeah,
so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, and it wrote some fucking. Where is that fucking? Oh, there it goes. What should we ask? Let's say, could you write intro to my podcast?
No way.
Sure. Here's a rough outline. Introducing yourself, co-host, provide a brief overview of your podcast, explain it.
Oh, but
it's giving you advice.
Can it create like music?
As far as like maybe a rap or like what?
A melody or something?
It doesn't actually
Bro, get that out of here.
It doesn't actually talk.
I can't. Bro, between this and then we have to talk about our VR experience.
Wow.
We have to talk about
Speaking of that,
we have to talk about that.
how are you after? Because you was fucked up, Kristen.
Listen, 10 out of 10, recommend. But it did leave me a little fucked up. It left my peripheral vision feeling weird.
It does block you off. For the people who don't know, we did go to this VR experience.
Did you guys feel like it was blurry?
It was
at points.
No, I didn't have any blurry issues. I think the fogging was part of the game, right? Whenever it like fogged up.
I mean, it was good.
Yeah,
for
it would
me.
go
That
like
was
a
part.
white.
Yeah, white, right? That was part of the game. All right.
I'm just wondering if maybe your headset wasn't like dialed to your vision.
So for people who don't know, the VR experience we went to was complete VR. As far as we were in a big space, we went into a big room and put on masks and rumble vests or like vibrational vests, and each had a different type of weapon and essentially fought zombies. And it was cool as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely like the technology, it being my first full-on legit VR experience, seeing that technology and what it can do, 100%, that's cool as fuck. I'll give it an A+ as far as like, you know, definitely I can see why people are pushing this shit, because you know VR is getting pushed crazy
I
hard.
definitely would go back and play again.
100%
Go right now.
Yeah, 100%.
I would end
definitely
the
go back right
podcast
now.
to go right now.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can see why they would want niggas to buy shit and have it at their crib type shit, because you know the stuff that. Granted that, so where we went, you can only play those 5 games. The shit you can do with the ones at your crib, you could. Right now, we can go to a concert.
No, but
We can do mad shit. We can go to the movies.
you can go to like the NBA games.
We can do mad
Courtside.
shit in VR, and it's fucking crazy.
Okay, let's go to VR. Let's get it. Let's get all three
I've
of
been
them.
saying it's crazy. We could all sit in a room.
We could be.
Wait, check this out. We can all sit in a room, but we can go somewhere else and watch a movie. We can be in like a mansion, like looking out over the ocean.
That's the shit.
And then just be in like a living room.
That's the shit
with the
that.
headset on.
That's the shit that that nigga fucking the Facebook dude is pushing, because Meta is like it's a world like that, but people were making fun of it because graphically we look like fucking emojis.
Yeah, like little avatar.
Or look avatar. I'm like, nigga, if we're doing VR, I need it to look like I'm looking at, you know, my nigga T, not a fucking emoji of this nigga,
bro. And honestly, like there's so much technology. Like I used to play this game back on Xbox 360, Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, fire. Classic.
But you could like map your face onto.
That was a big deal. Well, because you know what was that?
Yeah, Kristen, wait, because you never played the game, but you could literally take a picture of your face and you can put it on the avatar, so you would look like yourself. Like if you did it well. Yeah. And it was just crazy because it's like, what the fuck? That was like a new technology.
Yeah, nah.
You know
but being in VR, putting that headset on, and when I put the headset on and it was officially like closed off to y'all, and I didn't know where guys were at.
We were looking at ourselves in the mirror.
That was crazy.
That was
so
hard.
crazy.
It was super crazy.
I stepped to the Sin standing in front of me, so I can't see myself in the mirror. So I stepped to the side. That
was funny. I knew. That's why I was wondering when you was gonna do that shit. That shit was fucking crazy.
Oh my god, I was tripping. I was like, what?
And so we were all essentially, our avatars. All of us were like soldiers. We all looked like soldiers, which is fucking crazy. That we all look like soldiers with guns in our hand. And
we were suited up.
the game was incredibly hard, I think.
Yeah,
Bro,
it was hard.
yeah, that
I
shit was
feel like
crazy.
the zombies.
That was very hard.
Yeah, they did say it was like a workout, which it was totally
Definitely was a workout.
definitely a workout.
Dude, the next day I was like, why is my back feel so crazy right now? Because I was cutting them down.
Definitely a
It's
workout.
like, yo, so what do you do for your workouts? Yeah, I just go over and play VR.
Yeah, for
Just
real.
slay zombies.
I just slay zombies. She said the girl who helped us said that the second girl helped us. We'll get into that. But
No, we won't, bro. I sent them a little email.
Yeah, you let them know what's good.
I posted in the chat.
I see. Oh yeah, I did see that. Actually, know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, they just were mad. The employees, not a good experience, but the VR, mad fun.
Well, I'll say this: walking by, we said goodbye to you guys, right? And we walked back to our car, and where we parked that, we had to walk past it. And when we walked past it, we saw this cute fireplace pit where we should have totally, when we burned that, should have totally went and hung out at. It looked amazing, and we went and sat there for a little bit and was like, damn, we should have burned over here. That little fire pit, it was still on.
I think I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, it was still on.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, where's the fire pit?
Yeah, that shit totally would have burned over there. That would have been totally amazing. But they had at least 6 people working because they were having like a meeting because it was closed, and I saw the 2 people who helped us and like 4 other people. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, they clearly had a full staff there. Like,
and nobody was there to greet us.
The service we received there was not good at all. Luckily, the girl who came in at the end was their saving grace. 100%.
Bro, our headsets weren't working.
I think we like she's like, raise your hand if you need anything. We're like, raise my hand.
I was like literally standing there like this.
I think the headset, I just chalked it up honestly to expecting their headsets to work was just not something I expected, honestly. I would have preferred for us to play that game and maybe have like an earbud in type, or like one. Wish I could just take one off and just like hear you guys, and because we didn't really need to hear the game. The only reason why we had the headset on is to hear the game, right? But we didn't really need to hear the game. Like, in the end of the day, if they had the same audio playing through speakers, we would have been good.
No, I liked having the headphones, but I wish that I was able to hear you guys.
I couldn't hear anybody.
That's what I'm saying. I could hear you guys, but you guys couldn't hear me. Or at least I think you couldn't hear me. Could you guys hear me?
No, I couldn't.
You could hear us the entire time?
I can hear you talking, yeah.
Bro. No, I think you were hearing the normal.
No, I was hearing you guys, because I kept hearing you guys saying that you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, all I could hear was the game.
I couldn't hear any fucking audio, and I was hot, and I was just like, honestly, and then the gun was like, the vibration would work, and then it would just cut off. And for me, I was just like, if this experience was smoother and like I could hear you guys, it would have been so much better.
Yeah, maybe we should
try a different studio.
I think we should either that, or honestly, I think it's something where, and I had this experience with something I did at Disney. Was it Disney? Yeah, Disney. Honestly, the earlier the better. We should have pulled up, probably be there like early in the day when they're just starting their day, and maybe, you know, they're
just not good leaders, so they don't know how to like handle a group of people and like get you to pay attention to them.
Yeah, that could be it.
People are excited, and you have to understand that like you have to come at this at a certain angle. You know.
And I feel like all day they're just dealing with people who never have done VR before, and are exactly what you're saying, dumb excited. And so by the end of the day, we're the last people. Her patience, the first person who helped us, her patience felt like it was obviously worn thin, and she was done dealing with people who weren't
listening
or understand.
Honestly, like I didn't hear her, or like she told us that we had to stand in a certain spot. I just didn't hear her.
Exactly, and that's why they need to come at it from a different angle. You can't be all over here whispering to somebody you're hella excited. This is like new technology. Like what? Like not necessarily new, but
she was definitely killing the vibe. I'm glad she like.
That's why I said the second girl was literally the saving grace. Other than the headphone problem, which to me, honestly, it wasn't that big a deal.
No, and then my fucking spike for my hand, my little spike on my hand got stuck in my head somehow. Like I think I was like,
what?
I was trying to get a zombie that was like about to jump on my head.
Well, that was the issue, is that a lot of that shit felt real. You was probably like,
yeah. Oh my God.
No, she had the saw blade.
She did have a saw blade, which did at some point look like a really cool weapon. It did look like it, because it didn't look like a weapon that ran out of bullets.
Bro, she was telling me like it's always on.
That's what I'm saying.
That sounds hard.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, because the gun, I kept having to reload it. The shotgun was horrible.
No, it wasn't always on, but I mostly kept it on because it took a minute to gear up.
Got you.
Probably like 3-4 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. I would be down to do that again, but I think the issue is that I feel like for us to get good at it is we'd have to do that level again. Because I want to beat that level. That's my thing.
I'm down for the dual wield pistols. I'm with that.
Yeah, I want a new gun. I think I went to the hacksaw and the pistol. But
the hacksaw is what I want to try.
No, you should try the machine gun. You might like it.
Because the hacksaw, I feel like you could just like swing it all around and hold it in the back.
She was going in. She was telling me.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the zombies kept jumping on me.
There was one that jumped on your back and one of you guys had to shoot it off.
No, you could low key.
That's what I was doing, but I felt like
you gotta point it at your back.
I was doing it, but it was like if it just wasn't working, dude. I don't know. The shotgun was just no good, honestly.
I'm down for the shotty, bro.
You could try it, but the issue is the reloading was just like not it.
On the mansion, it might be hard.
Was that my thing is now that I know you can beat it, there's a beating aspect of the level and it's team based. Yeah. I want to beat it. She said she ain't only seen 2 people beat that level.
Yeah, we need to go back and beat it.
Yeah.
We failed that shit hard. We only kept one person alive.
One guy.
And it was like 5 people. I didn't even realize that.
Bro, because he was like, save my wife.
No. See, that was I think there's aspects of it that 100% their staff totally missed the ball on. I almost want to go back
it's almost kind of funny.
Because like she didn't tell us at all like, yo, hey, in the end of the day, you got 5 people you got to keep alive.
Yeah, no, bro, they were horrible hosts.
It was, yeah. She saved it as far as just being cool. Like, she was chill, but she still didn't really do her job. Like, But
do you think that's a spoiler?
No. Like, as far as playing the game to get my money's worth, because the headset audio isn't reliable. Like,
they need new headsets. They need new mics.
I'm not gonna. That's something that I can't. All I know is they got VR there, and we can beat that level.
Okay, we're going back. Let's schedule it.
But I feel like we can get a free, because our experience first time around was so bad. I feel like we can get another free round.
I don't know. I hit him up. I let him know what happened.
That's what I feel like we're gonna get from.
I don't know. Make it right. Make it right. Oh shit. Make it right, Sandbox.
For real. Yeah, for real. Because that was like very it was like, luckily, that's how fun it was.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to let it phase me because I was like, no, this shit's still tight.
That's how fun it was. That's how much
she was acting crazy. Bro.
That's how much I want to be like, damn, I want to shout. I do want to shout this place out. And I don't give fucking promo for any company.
Right.
But like, the experience was so fun, but at the same time, the service was so trash and poor quality for people who have never done VR before.
You know what I heard though is that there's a better location in a different city. So maybe we go to the other one because I read in the reviews, they're like, oh, I had a better experience at this one.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't want to make it seem like I need a nerd to help me with this. I want to make it seem like anyone could, because the people who were there she didn't seem like they need to
be like Apple. They need to
I don't want to make it seem like that needs to be the type of person that needs to help me.
I want an Apple dude.
Sign in on the front?
Like, I don't.
Girl, how was I supposed to know?
Like,
you didn't even say hello to me.
Why are you being like, yo? Like,
yeah, that shit was wild when she said that.
It was wild. Like, it was insane.
Because I don't. Why are you talking to me like that? You don't even know me.
For real.
Like, aside from customer service, like, are you okay?
Yeah,
I could not imagine talking to like a random stranger like that.
But if you
guys saw that she just like threw the iPad down.
But if she had said that, right, and then you instantly like was like, excuse me, like was instantly like, do you need to talk to me like that, or like instantly was like aggressive. 100%.
I should have stepped to her.
Oh no, 100%. If you were instantly aggressive, she would have.
But the thing was, she was talking nice to Kristen and Adriana.
You think so? I don't.
100%, bro.
Maybe.
It was crazy.
It was insane. Yeah, it was. That aspect of it was bad.
The vibes were crazy. I was just like, yo.
That aspect of it was horrible.
I was really looking at her like, are you okay?
That aspect of it was horrible, but the playing it was super fun to the degree that I want to go back. So
run it. Let's run it.
Let's check out another one.
We should have booked that second session for the 20%.
Yeah. Well,
that's how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
I was ready.
Well, that within itself makes it seem like they have a hard time getting people to come back. Low key, not gonna hold you
because it's low key expensive.
It is. It is a little. It's the cost. It's the cost of a video game.
Sin. At the end of the day, we could go twice more, or we could just buy the setup ourselves.
No, I say we buy the setup ourselves.
That's what I'm saying.
And then we could all
clear
just
a little space.
I don't know how the multiplayer works though. I haven't seen any multiplayer on it. I've only seen like the in-home by yourself. Only multiplayer I've seen is
let's do some research.
We'll do some research. We'll see if we can record this podcast in virtual reality.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be insane.
I think we can.
That'd be insane.
I think we can.
Yeah, let's do it. Now, should we get to the craziest news of all? Luckily, the time and date of this recording, we were able to get the big news.
Oh my gosh.
Tory Lanez found guilty on all fucking charges. Was there a drop for this?
Yeah, I'm not playing a drop.
I would run a clap.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if a clap. We don't have like a shocking drop, like a dun dun. Yeah, we don't have any. But like, yeah, he found guilty on all charges, which is, I think, a little surprising. I think most people, I definitely did not think he was going to get found guilty, just because of how poorly ran this prosecution has been.
Yeah, this shit.
And he didn't even testify.
No, he didn't testify. He doesn't know he was going to testify. Because I feel like just as a rapper, there's no way he's going to take the stand. I think that was the biggest thing. It was that like he was still trying to have a career after this, so I don't think he was looking to try to take the stand in any of this. So, yeah. But I think, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't feel like we'll ever know. Obviously, we'll never know the truth, which is very clear. But
it seems like everyone's lying.
To some degree, essentially.
To some degree.
Everyone's lying. So
it's just crazy.
So then who do you really believe?
We'll never know.
We'll never know. I think one big issue with me personally, when I think about the situation and what's going on, me as a previous person who would be in the streets like that, obviously I'm not a celebrity. I'm not dealing with women of this level or magnitude. But how Tory Lanez was moving was incredibly messy. You are at one girl who you fuck with, who would, if at any point give you the time of day, you would fuck her, which is Kylie Jenner's party, with a girl that you're fucking behind the back
of her best
friend, and everyone's lit. Like, it's just... Me personally, I would have not dealt with me personally the way I would have moved back in the day. If I was young Sin, I would have. The only girl, if I was to be going home with a girl that night, would have been Meg Thee Stallion, because openly, and I feel like as far as like to the public's eyes, she's the only person we knew he was dealing with publicly, right? At this point. We knew he was kind of like having a relations with Meg. That was a publicly
I think we
known
thought
thing.
that they were friends.
They were hanging out. But realistically, he should have just been going home by himself, not dealing with anyone. Maybe pull back up to Kylie's later. Maybe. But regardless, how he was moving that night was incredibly messy. So while he's sitting in this jail cell, I hope he's like, whether he did it or not, let alone whether he did it or not, because regardless, how he was moving that night led to this situation. I hope he's just, but that's my biggest takeaway from that shit. It's like, yo, if you're gonna be a dude in the streets and a lady,
do you think he deserves 20 years?
It's hard for me to say that because of the issue. My issue with this situation is I don't know if he did it or not. I can't say. 20 years is a lot of time from someone's life
for some inclusive evidence.
Yeah, that's my issue.
He did recklessly shoot a gun off.
That's the thing. We're talking about
even if the shot, like, I'm saying, like, all speculations, like, whatever. This is what all the people say, like, even if it was the other girl, if she shot it and he shot the gun, if she shot it, okay, he still shot the gun also.
We don't know
recklessly.
That. We don't know that.
That's what the eyewitness is saying. Unless the eyewitness is also paid off. Unless everyone is paid off.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't tell, because the thing is that if he shot the gun based off of the eyewitness, he was shooting in the air.
It's just all the stories don't.
That's the issue.
So reckless.
But how then he definitely didn't shoot Meg though.
How can you say he did shoot? Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and do this with you guys, honestly, because it makes me sick, like, for real, like, on so many levels, like, because it's not that you guys don't, or whatever, you have thoughts. It's just about how everybody chooses to view this. Like, people, like, why is it that everyone is so quick to defend and believe Tory Lanez?
I don't think everyone.
I'm not even trying to defend him.
I don't think everyone's quick to defend.
I'm just looking at the situation.
But you're saying he didn't shoot her. That's defending Tory Lanez. What is that?
I'm not.
Well, because you're just listening to someone.
I'm saying him, and we've also had this conversation before, and it's.
Because you're choosing to believe one side, and I'm just choosing to look at the whole situation.
Yeah,
and you're just instantly believing one side. I'm just looking at the whole situation.
But listen,
I'm in that.
Okay, and that's great. But again, I'm not talking about you guys right now. I'm talking about in general, the way that the society has viewed this, the way that so many people have chosen to believe Tory Lanez, like, and go, like, come out and, like, say all this fucking post in the media and say that there were no bullet fragments found in her foot, which was not true.
I think that, but at the end of the day, that stuff being not true.
But they posted that to make her look bad, to make her look like you couldn't believe her. Like, I just find it incredibly hard to witness Meg Thee Stallion be treated like this, and to be not believed off rip, to, like, immediately say, like, no, you're a liar, when she has everything to lose. And I just think that's, like, she could have shut up about it. She didn't have to say nothing. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not gonna sit here and, like, do this, like, speculation shit, because obviously I don't believe in the court system. I don't believe justice is really ever served. So I'm not gonna, like, switch up today, because obviously I believe Megan to a degree. Like.
So you don't think anything of her lying about things that she lied about?
No, I think I understand why she would lie about having sex with him, because at the end of the day, if she says that she has sex with him, look at how much shit they brought up, all these dudes that she fucked just to make her look bad in court. But the reality is Meg Thee Stallion is not on trial. And, like, everyone looks at it like it's Megan against him. No, it's the people against him.
Her credibility is in the situation.
Yeah, but it didn't fucking matter from the beginning.
Her credibility?
Nope. It was never going to be believed in the first place, and that's the bigger picture. Like, I guess that's the point of, like, where my frustration comes from, because I see her. I see this. It's just crazy to me. I can't even. I
just feel like there's lies being said, though.
Yeah, on both sides.
From everybody. It's not even lies. I don't want to even phrase it as lies. I want to phrase it as they were all super fucked up, all of them.
Exactly.
So, like, if Tory Lanez shot her in a fucking drunken rage or whatever, but they were all drunk.
Right.
And I just, like, we can sit here and act like that's not an excuse, but that's the fucking reality. When you are at a level where someone had said there was accounts of 6 empty bottles and there was only 6 of them there. So they were hammered.
For me,
how would you remember?
I don't know who to believe in the system. I don't. In this
realistically,
honestly, like, I'm just looking at it from, like, a bird's eye view, and I'm seeing lies being told on all sides, and different stories that don't match the other stories, and then the evidence of the gunshot residue, like
Yeah, that seems
it's
weird.
just all of it's so. It's just I'm looking at it all, and I'm just like. And then they're like, "Oh, he's guilty on all charges." 20 years. And I'm
it
just
seems
like,
weird to give someone. That's the thing, for them to lose that long of their life for such things that we don't know.
But he doesn't necessarily get 22 years.
I think he's gonna get a decent amount of time. I think he's gonna get I think they're gonna throw because he chose to go to trial with it.
I don't think it's over. I don't think
as far as him appealing and all that.
I mean, I don't know.
As far as that aspect, because that's all you. That's pretty much all you.
They mentioned an appeal.
Yeah, because when you're in jail, that's all you do is appeal. You stand in your not guilty plea, and that's all you do when you're in jail. Because that's all you got the time to fucking do when you're in jail is appeal.
When you played that video earlier where they were talking about the jury, and then they were like, "It's not about right or wrong. It's about that the fact that the jury made a decision."
They did. They made a decision. They heard the evidence and made a decision.
But that's crazy.
I think it's not when I hear everything and after listening to everything, I thought it was, to me personally, it was a 50-50. I think they could come out. I think I can see at first when I was starting to first hear everything, I was like, there's no way there's not going to be a couple people who aren't. But by the end of it, I was like, this shit is 50-50. I could see 12 people coming together and being like, yo, yeah, this dude shot her. Like their stories
is there
are
a video recording of it?
Their stories are no, there was no cameras or anything in the courtroom. Their stories are different because everyone's drunk, but it's decided by 12 people. I can see them deciding, yeah, he discharged a firearm, and she ended up with bullet fragments in her foot. Those two things are true. So, what's there more to say other than that aspect? Because there's so much middle shit that we don't know is the only reason why he might not get as much time. I could see him not getting the 20 years or whatever. I could see him getting a few years.
Like 5.
Yeah, 5. Something crazy small. Because of there being so much doubt and so much. I could see him actually getting less time. I can see him getting kind of a slap on the wrist for what this might be. But the jury went in there and they was like, yo, he discharged a firearm. She had bullet fragments in her foot. Those two things are true. What's there more to say? What is there more to argue with? All the middle shit is because it's just there to cloud our judgment and make us think other things and make us reasonably doubt shit. But they were drunk. So what? That doesn't matter. These two things are true. He's guilty of that shit. He discharged He discharged a firearm, and what was it? Because you see, none of the charges were. If he like fired a gun at her and shit, there'd be murder attempt charges. There'd be so many other fucking charges if the DA wanted to go for like, yo, he tried to kill Meg. I think it was, yo, this nigga discharged a firearm, and regardless of how he did it, it was reckless as fuck, and he hit Meg.
Yeah.
And I think that in the end of the day is going to be what is the reality of this situation. And after
20 years is crazy.
I don't think he's gonna get 20 years.
I hope for that man that he doesn't get 20 years.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't think he's gonna get 20 years because I don't think it's gonna be 20 years because of so much doubt in the situation, or so much all the fucking haziness in the middle of the situation. But it don't matter how much time he's getting. I think, is
that how judges judge?
Yeah, for the most part. Like the 20 years is the max they can give you, but if they feel like, all right, like, because they can give you time. Look at how Gunn and them all get up. They can give you essentially whatever they want to give you, and that's within their. They have minimums they have to hit, but they can essentially give you whatever they want to give you. But regardless, I believe after the time is served, he has to get out of America. I don't think he can be in America after. So I don't think, regardless, I think that aspect of his career is done. I believe so. I'm not sure 100%, but I believe.
I did see the deportation thing.
Yeah, I believe he's not allowed in America after. So, especially for something like this, I think this would be extremely hard to fight or get, regardless of your status.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, to keep it a buck with you, bro, I feel like that bodyguard knows the fucking real deal.
He came to trial though, didn't he show up?
No, he wasn't even there. So
no,
how
the
would he
nigga
know?
that ducked, he ducked the trial.
I thought he came.
No, Sin.
No, he turned himself into the police or whatever.
And then what happened?
The police caught him.
Yeah, the police caught him, and then the prosecution said they needed like another week. They wanted to give like another week so that they can interview him and all this shit. But I didn't see what had.
He wasn't even there, so like, why would he be a credible witness to the stand? That's stupid.
He wasn't there.
No.
He wasn't. I thought he was.
No, he wasn't in the car. So how would he know?
Oh,
he was
I didn't
not
know
one
that.
of the 4 people. That's Tory Lanez' bodyguard. Was the only other person that was there.
Tory Lanez. Oh, that dude. And that's the dude that they can't find. That's the dude that they can't find.
No, that's not. They're talking about Megan's personal bodyguard.
He wasn't there.
No, but that's who got text when she was just like, Tory shot Meg.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, the jury came to a decision. They heard the 2 things that they needed to hear. This nigga let loose a gun, and she had bullet fragments in her foot. They didn't have. I think honestly, if they had murder charges on the if he was charged with murder and shit like that, he probably would have got off. But the fact that it's not murder charges, I think is why they felt more comfortable saying he was guilty of that.
Right.
Because once again, what we're hearing with the 20 years is, I think, like maximum. Honestly, it's headline shit. Personally, to me, that feels like headline shit. But
get people talking.
Realistically, this nigga Tory was moving wild. You can't say he wasn't moving wild. Trying to
no respect.
Fucking Meg and her best friend behind her back,
and then still trying to
fuck with Kylie.
Do you remember seeing the video?
Was bugging.
Because I remember seeing the video they posted on Instagram.
Yeah,
it was like very.
That video is.
I was
wild.
like, yo, what the hell's happening here?
That video's wild. And it's like Meg talking and like, hey, we're gonna, that shit is wild. No, that shit's wild. Tory was moving wild out here. And the thing is the issue is I can't knock him because he's a super rich, popping artist, and he's in that situation. And I think most dudes probably would move similar. But you gotta acknowledge, in the end of the day, when you're moving wild out in these streets, in the end of the day, you gotta fucking acknowledge it. You can't not acknowledge when a nigga was moving wild.
Yeah.
Because he was like, that was regardless, even if there was no gun and none of that shit, he was asking for a fight that night, or something that to go wrong that night. There was no way that night was gonna go in his favor that night. Because if Meg had relations with that many dudes, there's no way those dudes don't talk and tell, yo, Meg is a serious one. Don't play with her type shit. Like, for real. Like,
she looked fucking mad in that video. Damn, I've never seen that.
Yeah, that video.
See it played again?
That video is crazy.
I don't know. I don't have the...
No, I can see it though.
The audio?
Yeah. Well,
I think the audio, they might be playing some music, so I don't know. But yeah, hey, it is what it is. In the end of the day, I think
hey man, I'm out of it. I'm just a bird's eye.
That's all we are. But at the same time, this was a fucking this was madness to like see on court. This shit was crazy.
Like, no, yeah,
this shit was like
biggest trial since.
This shit was a madhouse. And this dude, like, we just listened, 2 days before Christmas, this nigga is fucking
locked up. Take him away. 2 days before Christmas. Let's talk about some lighter. Well, we were getting into traditions, but I guess we can skip that. I mean, aside from putting up lights. I'd say.
Well, the best. What's the
best tradition?
Best traditions.
Opening up one gift on Christmas Eve. One gift.
That's my favorite.
That's what we would do.
I never got that one.
We would open all of our Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve.
And then what sounds crazy.
We'd go to like the midnight service. So technically it's Christmas, but it's like.
Yeah, I never got that. I know that was
a gift was lit because my mom would be like, pick one.
I know that was a common one. I know people got that one, but I never got that one. I'm trying to think. What was the best Christmas tradition? That's a hard one because I don't really remember any of my Christmas traditions. I always thought it
Would you
weird.
go look at Christmas lights?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Going.
That shit was fun.
Going to look at Christmas lights.
We might do that this year.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. The little like potluck that I'd have after Christmas Eve mass at my church. That was pretty good. It was always pretty lit. Food was good.
You were a church kid?
Oh yeah, I was a church kid. My parents raised me because my neighborhood was wild, so they raised me to church to like try to like make sure
get you away from the streets.
Yeah, keep me out of that bullshit. But
do you have the love of Jesus Christ in your heart?
I remember. Isn't that a song? That's a song. It sounds like
I'm just asking if you
Jesus
do.
Christ.
Jesus Christ. I want to watch that video.
I love you, God.
Have you seen that?
Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, I love that.
I love you, God.
No, he's hard.
Shit's so fucking but so rich.
No, Christmas was Christmas lights was pretty cool. Going to see the Christmas lights.
That was a good tradition.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty big in Boston, actually.
We might get some Chinese food on Christmas.
Chinese food on Christmas was always legit because it was, we always would have to order it because it would be dumb busy. They'd be crazy busy, and the Chinese food in Boston is so good.
I'm gonna call and be like, let me get that in advance.
But like that's crazy though is that P.F. Chang's ain't open.
Nah, you ain't go to P.F. Chang's, bro.
No, I'm saying just in general.
Shout out Szechuan Garden one time.
Because Chinese food spots would be open, but a P.F. Chang's wouldn't be open. Even though...
Fuck P.F. Chang's.
Damn, is it like that with you with P.F. Chang's?
No, I'm just kidding. I haven't been there in a while.
Oh, man. Worst Christmas traditions would be... snow, honestly. I used to hate...
What?
Oh, my God. Bro... It was good snow was good for the day that it snowed. And then after that, it was just annoying.
I love the snow.
Oh my God.
Snow during Christmas sounds so fire. I've never had that.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, having it like a part of your daily commute in life, I don't think you would feel the same.
I mean, they just had a 50-car pileup in Ohio.
Yeah, I don't think you would feel the same.
Bro,
as a kid, it's a little different because maybe you didn't have to worry. You didn't have to worry about getting back and forth to your locations and things like that. But
electric truck wouldn't get you where you need to be.
What do you mean?
In that, no, it's ice. You're like the car is just sliding.
Yeah, you hit your brake and it don't work.
It doesn't matter.
And you just slide it at this point. You just...
It's like ice.
And you looking at the car in front of you about to hit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, man.
Foot on the gas. Driving in reverse.
You're throwing in reverse?
Bro.
It don't matter.
It's the worst. Out here, if it like snowed, they wouldn't even they'd have to like stop people from leaving the crib and shit like that. Because of the hills and shit that you, like on the highways out here, like coming, oh no, it'd be horrible out here. No way. But yeah,
I'd say the 405 slipping and sliding.
Yeah, no, it would be those big ass. It'd be horrible.
Oh man.
Did
you guys hear about that earthquake in Northern California? So 6.4.
That's crazy.
That sounds insane. How long was it going on for?
6.4.
Because I always be wondering, like, that's my thing. All right, so did it happen for 2 seconds? Did it happen for like a minute? Like, how long is it shaking like that for?
Let's see.
Because that sounds scary as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
There was an earthquake in Ohio too, which they don't have. Yeah, 2.5 earthquake in Ohio. Tiffin, which is like close to where I'm from.
That should be mad scary.
Yeah, the earth is waking up.
You think that's what it is?
Well, is 6.4 like the amount of time?
That's a good question. Or like how much the earth rumbles.
To my understanding, like earthquakes, the shakes, it's like about how long they last. Like, and then I don't know, magnitude. All I know is that shit's concerning. Because we're on a crazy fault. You remember that Northridge?
Earthquakes can last for a few seconds to several
like
minutes,
30 seconds,
depending on their size and type of fault caused by them.
Several minutes?
The duration of an earthquake is generally proportional to the length of the fault rupture and the amount of slip that occurred along the fault. Most earthquakes last no longer than a few tens of seconds, although some larger ones can last for a minute. It is also possible for a series of earthquakes to occur over a period of days, weeks, or even months, known as earthquake sequences or swarms.
Bro, that's terrifying.
That is insane.
That sounds crazy.
That was me talking to the AI.
I'm about to get earthquake insurance.
Hell yeah.
For real.
I mean,
definitely.
How much is it? I mean, realistically, how much would it cost? I think that's the biggest thing.
Probably extra couple of months. Who knows?
No, but like, is it like $20 a month? Is it? Because I feel like clearly earthquake insurance is something that is not highly needed, but at the same time, people might want to have it. So do you charge what, like? Because if you're not, because I know you're not getting it if it's $200 a month.
Earthquake insurance?
Yeah. Are you getting it? Are you getting earthquake insurance if it's $250 a month?
That's crazy.
If it's like the same price as car insurance.
Damn.
Would you?
Maybe.
Because of course you're getting it if it's like $40 a month. Bless you.
I feel like you need it out here.
But are you getting it if it's the same price as your car insurance? There's no way. There's no way. Me personally, I'm good. I'll just die in the earthquake.
Scrap me.
Fuck my. No, it's not on myself. I'm talking about my house.
No, I know what you're talking about, but once again, I'll just die. Like, if I lost everything.
How much is that?
If I lost everything in the earthquake, chances are I was with it. Like, I was sleeping on my bed. That got crushed in the earthquake.
Like sucked up.
I was driving in my car that fell in the fucking pit of the earth.
Did you watch the
like that? Like, if I lost everything in the earthquake and it's something that would be covered in earthquake insurance, I would.
I'm gonna say this: the only place I don't want to be during an earthquake is taking a shit or wiping my ass.
Ugh. That'd be the worst.
Mid earthquake, that sounds horrible.
But that's when you like you're taking a shit and then the whole earth pop off and you're just in the toilet just like,
and then like half your house is hanging.
Yeah, and like people who survive are looking at you taking a shit.
And you're just like on the cover of Time.
Yeah. Earthquake.
Man survives earthquake on toilet. And it's just like a picture of you, like you're on this, is just like
you stood up there that long. You stood on the toilet that long.
Fuck. Yeah, I just sat there.
He's like, at that point you told him to take a photo. He was like, take a photo.
Whoever's just taking photos just happens to see me. It's an iPhone photo.
Of course. They don't care. They'll buff it up.
Yeah, throw shit on Time.
The cover of Time.
Taking a shit.
Surviving an earthquake.
Shitty times. That's what they'll call it.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
what else is fucking going on in the news?
Super Nintendo World coming soon.
Yeah. I'm reservations start. I mean, this ain't no ad or anything like that, so but in the reservations, I ain't telling you motherfuckers, so you don't get in my way when I'm trying to make my fucking reservation. But you guys know. I told you the family.
I mean,
you guys know what's good.
But that you have a pass?
I don't know. Do you think you need one?
You need that
to make a reservation?
Yeah, it's only for pass members. It's like a first time. I read the thing you sent. Nigga, it was in the fucking
I
description.
I didn't read the description. It wasn't in like the description as far as like
for anyone that holds like the Universal Studios pass. It's like a membership.
You guys got a pass.
Nigga, you gotta get a pass and get us.
No, I said you guys got a pass.
No, you get a pass.
No, I said you guys got a pass.
I don't have a pass.
Oh,
do you have a pass? Membership?
Nah, because a pass is like dumb. A pass
is like $200.
It's realistically only makes sense. I feel like it only makes sense for like if you have kids. Because I don't go to Universal Studios that much.
Go in there.
Like, how often would you?
No, but if you just go one day, don't you have a pass?
No, that's
it used to be like that.
No, I don't know. A pass is something you pay. You pay $200 a year.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I thought a pass was something you pay monthly. I believe it's a monthly thing. But I don't go to Universal Studios that regularly.
What would you do there?
Well, they have the Harry Potter world.
Yeah, bro. Annual payments over 11 months. How much is this shit?
How much is the pass?
For the platinum, they have for
the platinum.
They got the California Neighbor Pass. That's $179. Silver Annual Pass $219
a month.
For annually.
But then, what's a day pass?
What's annually? That's
Gold
what?
Annual Pass.
For the year.
Gold Annual Pass $299. Platinum Annual Pass $569.
Hold on, that's not actually that bad.
$569.
What the fuck?
No.
You get no blackout dates. No,
the earlier ones you're saying weren't that bad. Like the 179, because that's almost the normal price of fucking Universal Studios. I think it's like almost $170, almost $200 to normally go.
So you might as well get a pass.
A pass seems like almost like if that means what is it saying with a pass? Do I get like I could just pull up and just go in? Type shit.
You don't get free parking if you pay the.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, $179. You get days for returning. Oh, so like, there's certain blackout dates you can't go.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Weekdays for return visits in the first year. Over 15.
But I technically paid already, and I can just pull up and show them my pass and walk in. If that's the case, then hell yeah! Actually, I'm actually down. If you guys are trying to pull up and go to Mario World. Granted, have you been?
How much is a day pass?
It's like $179, I think.
That's
right.
California Neighborhood Pass. Yeah, that's why I thought.
Do you have to have a pass?
Well, I think if you buy one day ticket, it's like you have a pass for the whole year, because I think
you still have to pay to get in though, don't you?
No, it's called. Have you never had a pass to somewhere, like a season pass?
Nah, not to like a theme park. Not to a theme park. You had a season pass to a theme park before?
To Cedar Point in Ohio, but it was like 78. Cedar
Point's pretty affordable.
Yeah, it was. I feel like it was like $300 for the year. But and then I could go every single day if I wanted
to, right? But
one day admission is $109.
So $100 for 1 day admission.
Yeah.
But if I pay $179,
if you get $179, you can get the base level annual pass,
and I can go annually. Yeah.
You can stick it in your ass.
Stick it. So here's the thing about the Nintendo world that I was just doing some research on. When's the last time have you been in Universal Studios?
Once.
Only once.
Not my thing.
How long ago?
4 years ago.
And NT, have you been to Universal Studios?
Yeah, it's been a while. I used to go. It's probably been like 10 years, honestly, which is crazy to say.
What do you mean it's not your thing, Kristen?
No, wait, no, that's not true. That's
boring.
Not true. Boring.
Not interesting.
I went there on horror nights in high school.
And NT, you don't go just because you don't fuck with theme parks? Have you ever been to any theme parks? You Disney World? You did Disney World?
I would do Universal over Disney.
Have you been to Cedar Point?
Yeah, I went to Cedar Point.
Wait,
did you enjoy Cedar Point?
Kind of. I'm not a huge roller coaster person.
Okay.
Wait, have you never been to Universal?
She's been to Universal.
Been to Universal. I said that.
It's probably changed.
Yeah,
I know. I've seen
it's changed since both of y'all been there.
I've been there twice. I've seen Harry Potter World.
Okay.
And then
I've seen it without Harry Potter World.
Okay.
Actually, that's a lie. I've only been there once. So Harry Potter was there.
Okay.
I've been to City Walk.
City Walk.
When I went, there was like Terminator 2 and fucking Shrek 3D.
Yeah, no, that's
Shrek 4D.
That's been gone.
That shit's out.
Yeah, they kicked that shit the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I don't know where that was. I wonder where that was. When
Backdraft's gone, right?
Yeah, that's I don't know
Outta
what
here.
that is. But yeah, I do wonder where all that shit is now. Yeah, because Universal Studios. But have y'all gone to any theme parks together?
Disney.
Y'all went to Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Like Disney, like the City Walk Disney?
No.
Type shit? Or
Disney World?
Disney
downtown Disney?
Land.
Or Disneyland?
Disneyland.
All right. And did y'all enjoy it? Did y'all have a good time?
Yeah, we have fun. I
So-
like the
We've been
thing
to
about
the
me. I
zoo.
like the roller coaster part.
This nigga said a zoo. I'm not talking about
Aquarium?
Shut up.
The zoo is lit.
I know the zoo's lit, but I'm asking theme park. I'm talking about theme parks
So zoo theme.
because you haven't been to Universal Studios, and I think that's a little not weird, but is it just y'all didn't fuck with? Did y'all fuck with Disneyland?
I mean, maybe we'll go to Universal Studios.
What are we gonna do there though?
That's what Kristen said. She said it was boring.
What am I gonna go look at the Harry Potter mansion
You go on
and turn around?
The
ride line was crazy.
That's the case.
I'm not
just
gonna
in
do
general.
that. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
now
subject
that you're
myself to a
mentioning
dumbass
lines,
line.
I don't like lines, bro.
And then if it's like hot,
We can get the VIP experience for $369.
listen, I want to stop talking about Universal Studios right now. I hate it. I never want to see it. I never want to be there.
Lines are a part of the theme park experience.
part of life.
I don't want to go places until I have enough money to not wait in line.
Here's the thing, because even when you because I got the VIP type shit for Disney once. The last time I went to Disney, not the last time, the time before that. Because I had gotten a free ticket, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just upgrade to the super duper VIP shit and skip the lines. There's a line for that shit. Essentially, the whole idea, which I've come to the conclusion of with theme parks, is you go to theme parks with people you enjoy spending time with, because when you're in the line, you sit and you talk with them. Mm-hmm. And that's low-key what it is. And the last time I went to a theme park, I went with someone that I just enjoy. I went with someone I enjoy spending time with, and like we just sit and talk, and
We just took a shit. And
yeah, exactly. While we wait in this hour line and just look at people watch and then go on this fun ass ride for that last 8 minutes.
It sounds fucking terrible.
But at the same time, I would agree. But I would agree. There's aspects of it that are unbearable, but. Some of those rides I went on were fire as fuck. Honestly.
I will say, Sin, is that there's a special time to go to theme parks, and it's during the week. If you go on a weekday, you're not waiting in line.
Maybe if you live somewhere else other than Los Angeles,
bro. If you went to Universal
because
Studios,
I guarantee you, I went on a Tuesday to Disney World in the middle of September, bro. It was You live in an area of America that is popping as fuck. So you haven't been there in mad long.
You're talking about Disney. I'm talking
about LA in general. Like
you said, I haven't been outside.
No, I'm saying you haven't been to these areas because you just said the last time you even been to a theme park was fucking 12th grade, where they had a whole different set of rides. You went to Disney.
Is that true?
What day
I don't know if that's true.
What day did you go to Disney when you went to Disney?
That was not long ago. We went to Disney
Was it like a weekend? Did you go like a weekend?
Like last year, maybe. Did we go to Disney? Kristen, are you here?
Yeah, we went to Disney.
Yeah, I'm saying how long ago?
No idea. It was when we went with Jazzy and Chris. Maybe we've been 3 years, 2 years.
It was not 3 years ago. What?
I don't know.
It's like last year.
We did not go.
It was during COVID, wasn't it?
No. It was before COVID hit. It was right before COVID hit, actually. Because I remember we heard about it on the news and we brought hand sanitizer. And I just remember being like,
oh, this
hey,
COVID thing might be serious.
Yeah, I remember that was like, let me sanitize my hands every 5 minutes.
End of the day podcast.
Hold on, let me. I have a photo.
Fucking God, I love you
That's
guys.
funny.
Oh my God.
Fuck, dude. COVID's been crazy.
COVID's been crazy. You see how it fucks with time? I think the craziest thing that COVID did was fuck with time. Like
Yeah,
it made,
no, for real.
It fuck with the perception of time. It fuck with all time, like in general.
Little Romeo, work shit out with your dad, bro.
Bro, what the fuck?
Do that shit.
No. That shit fuck with me because prior to us seeing this clip, and for people who don't know, who are listening to podcasts and don't understand it, not in our group chat, Lil Romeo came out and said his father is actually super stingy, owes them tons of money, he's giving them nothing. They owe mad money in college debt, all this shit. When we're talking about Master P, Lil Romeo's dad is Master P, and supposed to be this crazy entrepreneur that I thought up to this point, as far as everything that I've heard of him. So for me to be hearing this kind of news is kind of fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they figure it out and work stuff out.
For me, it's just like handle that shit offline, bro.
I mean, well,
February 3rd. That's when we went to Disney.
2020.
So I was extremely correct.
2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
2020, February 3rd. Hold on. What did he say? He said, what was it? Yo,
almost 3 years ago, I guess. You're right. I was like doing the math. Yeah.
where's that shit at?
Yeah, any day now, bro.
Lil Romeo says he never touched his own money in it because it went to pay Master P's taxes.
That's the headline. You have to read the post that he wrote.
Well, the post that he wrote was, "This was my last straw." This is what I mean. Like, obviously, you said figure it out offline, but if he's writing, "This is my last straw," obviously he's tried to handle it offline, but that public pressure sometimes is what's needed to make these people stop fucking with you.
Yeah.
Because realistically, he probably, in the end of the day, if I'm your son, if I'm your dad, what are you gonna tell me? Yes, I'm gonna take your money to pay my fucking taxes. Because my taxes are my taxes because I'm Master P and you're your son and you're living a lavish life.
I mean, to control your son's money like that, though, is crazy. He's a grown-ass man. Little Romeo's old as fuck, bro.
But Little Romeo's rap career probably even exists because his dad. Like, only exists because his dad. I can't say Little Romeo would have been Little Romeo without Master P.
But once you hit like 18, don't you think it's the right thing to do to hand over?
I don't know if that's what he's saying, though. He said, stop trying to play victim. I love you so much that I followed you blindly for 30 plus years. You know, we've talked behind closed doors. You want the man who you paint to be. Why is it war? Because I refuse to follow your lead. You only want to protect your image, but the image isn't even real, and I don't need anyone to feel sorry for me, Pops. I am truly a man of God. If you're really a man of God, then you will prevail. Yeah, he doesn't say anything about his dad necessarily taking his money. Hold on. And when the world find out about the finances outside of a gift or a car, I've never been paid for anything I've accomplished as Little Romeo. Uncle C and Silk know. You only pay outsiders rightfully, so they speak good on your name. I am at peace. I'm sorry. I created it. All right, hold on.
He talks about Rap Snacks. The fact that his dad told him that, you know, once they sell it, that he'll get paid, but he's heard from other people that he owns Rap Snacks.
Who? Master B does? Or who does? Little Romeo. Who owns Rap Snacks?
That I'm not sure of, whether it's Master P or it's Romeo. But Little Romeo was like...
He says, I've been taking care of my pops, bro. Never touched no Little Romeo money. All went to pay for his taxes. I've been more than loyal. The truth will set you free. Living month to month since I was 18. Shit's a mirage. Had a better life than me. I don't blame my peoples. Man, we've been living month to month since I was 18. Shit's a mirage. I can't tell if that's the case. If you've been living month to month, then why would you expect your dad to break you off with any bread? You know what I'm saying? Like
but it shouldn't be like that though.
The only way it wouldn't be like that is if you went out there and made money outside of being Little Romeo. Because I'm Master P. I made Little Romeo. Do you remember Little Romeo?
I understand what you're saying, but
do you remember Little Romeo as far as like when you were even introduced to Little Romeo? You remember like him versus Bow Wow type shit? Do you remember that era?
Yeah.
Master P made all of that, technically created all of that. So if you're Master P, it's putting yourself in that situation, and let's say everything he's saying is true. Let's say they never actually were super rich and they're living month to month or whatever.
But like, Master P is good. You seen his houses?
I don't think that could be a mirage though. That could be like, how many rich people probably are broke as fuck?
If they're living beyond their means, that's why they would be broke as fuck. Because you could still have all that and just be making ends meet.
Yeah.
To have a fucking $3,000 whatever.
Just to make sure you don't look broke.
Yeah.
Because of all the things. Because when you think about Master P, you think about his music catalog and everything he's brought to the game. You wouldn't expect him to be living broke, so he has to probably maintain that lifestyle and all that shit.
Wasn't that nigga on MTV Cribs?
I'm sure 100% he was on MTV Cribs. I'm sure.
Wait, who had their own TV show? Romeo or Bow Wow?
I'm not sure. I think Romeo might have had his own TV show.
Wasn't it the Romeo show?
Oh no. Yeah, I feel like that's what it was. It
might have been the Romeo show. That's what all right.
It was just called Romeo.
But Kristen, if you're Master P and you made all of this happen, and at the end of the day, you're gonna
have 4 seasons.
There's no way you're not gonna feel like, some of that bread should always be mine. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I get it, but I also think like when you have children, they should be your best interest. You should have their best interest at heart. Meaning like if you did all that, like if he created all that and like the show Romeo is Romeo because of his son and because of him, I just think that you let your son shine and like you give him his flowers and you give him what he worked and earned for. Because I didn't watch that show because of Master P. I watched that show because of Romeo.
Facts.
Regardless if he is his dad and helped him be relevant in the first place.
And that's why I'm sorry, T.
Damn, his little brother.
But that's why I'm sorry to you. But at this point, I understand why you got to bring it to the internet. That's why at this point, what Kristen said, at this point, because if it's gone on for this long, how old is Romeo?
To have the public on your side is one thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, I feel it.
How old is Romeo?
$33.
He's 33 years old. If we're just now hearing about this shit and he's been dealing with it for this long, then at this point, I'm sorry. If I'm Master P, I can't be mad at him taking it to the internet. He's held it down for this long. So I understand what you're saying. Cause like, you put us in this position. Because you could have easily not given me my show and not done any of that stuff for me. You put me in this position. Now let me eat off of it. Let me, let
me create generational wealth for myself
off of it. But, that's why I see both sides. But at the end of the day, like, I can't be mad at him for taking it to the end. I'm surprised he hasn't done it sooner, but.
Damn, it's 11:05.
Or is it?
How long have we been recording for? This is a long ass episode.
I mean, last
Merry
episode.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. All right, let's get it. All right, hold on. We got these last two topics I think are pretty big.
Talk about it.
I think we should get into one because it's super fast first, and then we'll get into the last one before we get into the end. But Adidas is stuck with Yeezy sneakers worth more than $500 million after parting ways with Kanye West. If you click the Kanye West name, it's the link to the article. But obviously, it's the industry we be in, and it's the holiday season. one thing that's a glaring missing section from the holiday season is we haven't seen any Yeezy shit, which is normally something for the past how many years would be a part of every Jordan release, every Nike release, every whatever release. Next to it, we'd see a Yeezy release. And Adidas has released nothing this entire month.
But no, I did see them announce the release of the unbranded Yeezy. Did you see those?
I seen that photo. I don't think that's real though. I seen that, but I don't think that's real. Me personally, I don't think that's real.
Why don't you think that's real?
It just didn't look that. It didn't look like a. Who did Adidas release that photo? That was just like some like. I didn't see anything from Adidas. So I see something from Adidas, I'm gonna take everything with a grain of salt. Until I see something in hand or from Adidas, I'm gonna take everything that I see on the internet as far as mock-ups with a grain of salt. Cause all that shit be like mock-ups. Those shits don't be like super legit.
You think they're fake?
I just don't think. That's the thing. I think it could be an actual Adidas product, but I'm gonna take it as it even being a sample. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
The 350.
Yeah, it was a 350, right?
I saw a 350.
Yeah, I saw a 350 silhouette too. It's like grayish. What color is it?
It's kind of like beige.
Beige, yeah.
Like muted brown.
I
was just looking on Adidas to see if they posted anything about it.
Nah, they're not going to. There's no way. I think we'll see it when we do see that.
Do they profit off resale market?
Who?
Adidas?
No. In what way?
No, Nike got caught up with that shit.
No. In what way? What do you mean?
Remember when Nike got caught up? One of the big head people.
Their kid
was on the resale.
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably someone's kid the same way. There's some employee who resells Nikes. You know what I'm saying? Like to that degree, I'm sure there's nothing they can do. But as far as the company themselves profiting off of the resale industry, nah, no way. I don't think they actually profit off the resale industry, other than the hype, the level of hype, like the brand selling out. But that kid with Nike, that wasn't necessarily Nike directly profiting off.
Can we agree that without the Yeezy sneaker line, that Adidas would not be doing as well as they are now?
100%. Like I don't even know what. I'm wondering what their next move is. Like big time.
They're gonna probably move to athletes.
No. The lifestyle is 100% a market you can't ignore, though. That's a market they were low key killing it in, because they had new silhouettes that were breaking into the lifestyle market, whereas Nike is still relying on 30 plus year old shoes,
right,
with the Jordan line and shit that people are tired of. Whereas with the Yeezy line, these are all brand new silhouettes that people were loving to wear with jeans, and they were just stylized. Women loved them. Like the 350, the 700, the 500, like people liked wearing those shoes with like clothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm feeling that. Yeah.
But now, like, that's hard to do. There's no ignoring that. That's hard to do. Creating a new silhouette in 2023, which is about to be,
which is crazy. Creating a new silhouette that don't look like a Jordan 1, that don't look like a fucking Jordan 4, you know, a 3, you know what I'm saying? And it's selling and being the hottest shit and reselling for the retail of 700s were crazy. Retail, how much did you pay for your 700, your Wave Runners? It's like 300. But 300. No, exactly. That is crazy.
For that shoe to be everywhere and sell like how it was. So Adidas is definitely taking a loss not having any fucking Yeezys this month. But in the end of the day, this nigga was bugging. So
yeah, did it to himself.
Would you wear Adidas Yeezy-less Adidas sneakers if it still had the same design? Like Kristen, you like 700s. You have a few pairs, right?
I feel like if you're gonna wear the silhouette, it doesn't matter if the fucking name is on it or not.
His shoes already didn't really have his name on it like that anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you see Yeezys and you know they're Yeezys, you know sneakers. So it's like,
but if it don't have his name on it, do you feel a type of way? If you personally, if the nigga who designed the sneaker, his name has been removed from it,
I do think that shit's weird.
That would be a little weird, right?
But also, Yeezys, I'm not plugged in anymore.
You are.
No.
There you go.
Okay, so my thing is, Yeezys in general don't have branding on them.
They don't.
So, like I've seen some people will, if they have like a Balenciaga shirt and they're not wearing Balenciaga, they'll just tape over Balenciaga and still wear the sweater. And it's like conscious, like recycling of the material, right? So, I mean, we all have Yeezys. What are we gonna do with them? Because it's all the same. Like you take the brand off, what's the brand? It's not showing anyway. So it's like, I don't know.
The thing is, though, is that I don't think people are going to stop wearing Yeezys. It's just like...
I still see, you see them everywhere still.
And I think, honestly, if you get into, like, cancel culture like that, there's so many brands that you shouldn't fucking wear. There's so many brands.
Basically, none of this is good. Whether they are racist or they have children making their clothes or their people are forcing them to take birth control so they don't get their period, so they don't take time off and they don't get pregnant and take time off. Like,
they're just like, what the fuck?
That's what they do. That's what they do to the workers that make our clothes.
I didn't realize that.
They don't give them water so that they don't use the bathroom.
I've never heard that. That's crazy.
There's a documentary that I watched about like the true cost.
Oh, is that the name of it?
Yeah, and that's what they do is they like force them to do all this shit and treat them like total shit. So it's like no matter what from any angle, like it's all shit.
No, I didn't watch it. I seen the True Cost documentary. I definitely did not watch that documentary.
That shit sounds crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like stuff like that. Did you watch Super Size Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Size Me was cool. It was funny. I feel like it was like one of the first docs that was like. That one was it Bowling for Columbine, where like those new age.
Oh, what was his name that made the documentary?
I can't remember that.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's a pretty good. Because he had Fahrenheit 9/11.
What's Michael Moore?
Michael Moore.
Yeah, bro. I remember watching that in school and them talking about like how he was like a famous.
But I feel like those kind of documentaries were those new age ones where like they were trying to like expose the stuff that was like embedded in our culture. Like Super Size Me was really trying to get at McDonald's, like low key trying to. I feel like he was really trying to get me to like bro, you trying to get me to stop eating McDonald's every day? Like
wait, where? He has one that came out in 2018.
Who did Michael Moore?
Yeah.
Really?
Fahrenheit 11/9.
The dude who did Super Size Me,
it's about the election of Donald Trump.
The dude who did Super Size Me just came out with another Super Size Me dog.
What, really?
Yeah, it's like, but it's different. He's like going to like the most healthiest restaurants or something like. It's something total. It's like a total flip the same way. Like it's crazy that we just like connected those documentaries because I just seen the commercial for his.
I'm kind of down to run that actually.
Yeah, I want to watch the one that Kristen was talking about though. The fucking the True Cost one. Yeah, I remember seeing that shit. I wanted to watch it though. But that should be low key super depressing. Like when you find out like where our shit be coming from, that shit is like. I watched the shit. Joe Rogan was interviewing this dude about the shit that goes into lithium ion batteries and where we get it from, and this shit is so wow. Oh my god, we suck, bro. Humans suck. Like lithium ion batteries is in like everything. It's in our fucking cell phones. It's in our computers. It's in everything. And
yeah,
it's just like.
And that's why in the cars too.
And it's big in electric cars, super big. And
that's the thing is the mining for it's horrible.
I think it's the mining for cobalt is the material, or it's like a material, and the mines are just like people just digging for it, like in Black Adam, digging for
we haven't seen
Obtanium. You seen Black Adam? Kristen passed out in it, didn't you? Oh no, it was Black Panther. That's Black Panther, right?
Oh, are you talking about Black Panther or Black Adam?
Black Adam. You haven't seen Black Adam?
Yeah, we haven't seen it.
If you go see it, it's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
If you watch it,
is it good?
It's I fuck with it because it's just like an action movie. It's like a good action. Like if you like action movies, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, if you like the comedy in it is pretty solid.
Okay.
The Rock is good. The Rock is The Rock. Yeah, exactly. And the fight scenes and shit are the special effects. Whoever did the special effects on that shit, they killed it. Yeah, they killed that shit. Fight scenes, all that shit. It's fucking.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not rated R.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think it's rated R.
Probably PG-13.
All right. We'll get into the last thing. Last but not least, they're gonna snitch, Kristen.
I have no idea.
What do you mean? You're the street expert. You're the hoodest nigga on the podcast.
Whoa, what was the hard R there? I heard the hard R come on.
You're the hoodest nigga on a podcast. Did gonna snitch, Kristen?
It's not my business. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Just like other trials that are in this lifetime, we may never know.
This is very true. I mean, people try to compare it to 6ix9ine, but 6ix9ine took the stand and like gave up like legit information,
like names and shit.
But he's free right now. Gunna's free. For people who don't know, we're listening now. Not only is he free, he had to admit that YSL was a gang to be free to a judge. Does that sound like snitching to you? If you're thug right now, Kristen, did Gunna snitch?
I have no idea.
Are you mad? Are you mad if you're thug?
If you're thug and you just heard this news like from your cellmate next to you.
It's not even just Gunna though.
No, there's mad other people. But the reason why I say Gunna is because granted, everybody else in the group, I would personally expect that from them because I can't expect them to have the type of money that Thug has for the type of lawyer representation that Thug has, or the money and representation that Gunna has, because he's out of the everyone else. These are the money makers for the rest of the YSL, right? And as far as I can tell, all these other dudes who's taking the pleas, I don't even know who these niggas are. So I imagine they don't have the lawyers or any of the type of funds to be paying for. So I expect them to be taking pleas and deals and all that shit and to be talking. But for Gunna to take that plea and shit like that, I don't know. That's, to me, that's a little weird. If I'm Thug, I'm feeling the type of way. Kristen's definitely pissed if she's Thug right now.
No, I probably would just accept whatever my truth is. If I was doing a whole bunch of badass shit and I'm in a gang and someone said, "Yeah, it's a gang." Okay, it's a gang. This is because this is who I am. I'm not in a gang.
No, very true. All right, so then yeah. All right, so to a degree, if let's say everything that they're saying about Thug is 100% true, and Thug is in jail right now, do you think he should be like, fuck, all right, they caught me, fuck, I'm gonna just try to get out? That's what you think he should be thinking? Or like essentially anyone who commits
if he
crime?
knows because at the end of the day, the court is more likely to be on your side or to help you out if you admit to it, instead of dragging him through all this shit just for you to he lucked out. They had been tapping his phone since 2016, and he lucked out, and because his phone was illegally tapped since 2016, they have to throw all of that out. He just like had that earlier this week. He got that news like in trial when they how the recent photos you've seen him in court with the braids and shit like that. He was looking actually pretty good. He didn't look, that's what the news he had got, and the small victory that he got in this whole trial is that they've been watching him for that long, but the phone was illegally tapped, so they had to throw all that evidence out.
I bet you he's still smoking weed in there.
That'd be wild. I see crazy videos of dudes eating fucking dominoes and playing PlayStation 5 in prison. So I'm not surprised.
Playing PlayStation 5 in prison is crazy.
It'd be insane if I'm eating fucking ordering. I seen dudes ordering fucking Pizza Hut and fucking like crazy.
You're having sleepovers.
Yo, it's insane. All right, guys.
Let's end it on a happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas note.
Peep the tree if you have it.
Peep the tree for real. Super holiday spirit.
I'm wishing everyone a
happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year for real.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year. All that.
2023 Jordan year, baby.
Jordan year is about to be here. Do you have any like crazy things that you really remember from this year? Like anything like any,
highlights
really?
of the year? You guys jump in at any point in time.
I thought you were about to bust it down with the highlight of the year. I say the highlight of the year for me, honestly, was traveling to another country, leaving America for the first time. That was pretty cool. I had never done it before, so leaving the country.
I didn't prepare my number one highlight of the year. I'm too stoned.
I think my birthday in Hawaii. I just had a great time.
Yeah, Hawaii.
That was a great time.
Or Alaska.
It looked like y'all had a fucking great time.
I would put
Hawaii
over Alaska.
Yeah, me too.
The fact that y'all went to Alaska was fucking crazy. That was when y'all told me that, I was like, what the fuck?
We're on our last frontier shit.
Fuck?
Alaska was super lit.
That shit was crazy.
Dog. Yeah. That was wild. Just being on the boat was lit too. Unlimited food and drinks, dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And honestly, I'm excited for this next year, 23 year or Jordan year. Mm-hmm. And I love you guys.
Love you.
I love all you listeners.
Happy birthday, Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Yes. It's the EOD podcast. And it's your boy, Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
And it's your boy,
T Will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank ya.
We'll see you next year, motherfuckers. Yeah.
End of the day podcast. End of the day podcast.
I'm letting that shit rock one last time.
Hey.
2022. Be safe out there, y'all.
For real.
See you soon.
Yeah.
End of the day podcast.
Yeah.